Hi everyone, welcome to the Fables podcast. My name is Faith and I'm a knitter living here in Kansas. This is my YouTube channel where I talk all about my knitting, spinning, and any other fiber arts that I get into. So thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy. So today I have two finished objects and a lot of works in progress to show you, as well as some new cast-ons. And I have one acquisition for today. I'm wearing my Badger and Bloom sweater by Ann Wenzel. I knit this in the beginning of the year. I think I knit size 3. There's not a lot of ease on it for me. I'll put in a video of me wearing it so you can see how it looks on me. The yarn I used was Juniper Moon Farms Beatrix, which is a extra fine merino, angora, and nylon blend. It's a blown yarn. I love blown yarns so much. I think it's my favorite type of yarn that there is. But the colors I used, the gray is marble and the dark blue is called lapis. I have Terry here with me. She's smelling my wool. I'm sorry if she gets really distracting throughout the video. She tends to spaz out and destroy everything when I film. So you might see me putting her back down on the floor. Yeah, okay. So my first finished object is my Celine sweater by Ann Wenzel. I'll put in a video of me wearing it, but here it is. So I believe I don't have my notes with me, so I'll put all of the information over here, and it will also be in the description of the video. And I'll also have my Ravelry linked too, because I sometimes put some more detailed project notes in there that I can't usually remember off the top of my head. But the yarn I used was Lion Brand Wool Ease in the color Dark Rose Heather and Blush Heather. I used this lighter pink color for my Wednesday sweater by Petite Knit. And I still have a whole bunch of this, not a whole bunch, but a few skeins of this pink left over. So I'll have to figure out what to do with it. So I did make a few modifications. I lengthened the rib, the collar, and at the sleeves, and at the hems. I knit the body for 11 inches and then I started the rib, and these are wider sleeves than what the pattern calls for. I didn't really like the rate of decreases in the pattern, so I believe I just did, I'm not gonna try to remember, it's in my Ravelry. So they are a little bit wider at the cuff, which it'll be fine. That wasn't really my intention, but I still like it anyway, and I'm just happy that it's done. I cast this on in December in 2023. So it's one of my whips that I brought into 2024, and I'm happy that it's done. I really like the way Ann Wenzel writes her patterns. I really like the way she charts her colorwork patterns too, because she tells you what color you should be holding dominant to make your colorwork look neater. My second finished object are these socks. They're just a 3x1 rib with a slip stitch heel and gusset. I just cast on 64 stitches for all my socks that I'm not following a pattern for. And I knit the leg for however long I want, and then slip stitch heel. I decrease 11 times in the gusset, and then I knit the foot to 7.5 inches, and then I start my toe decreases. So the yarn I use, this main color is Sunflower Patch by Fuzzy Peach Fibers. It's her soft sock base, which is a 75/25. This was in her Golden Hour collection that I got over the summer, and So I bought 3 sock yarns when I did her Golden Hour pre-order, and I still have to knit with one of them. I don't know if this is like reasonable to be upset about, but there's a lot of white in the 3 skeins that I bought. I don't know if it's really coming across on camera, but in person, you can see that there's just a lot of white undyed parts of the yarn. And I cut out like pieces of yarn this big that were undyed. Which upset me because I feel like the whole, this was a collection from last year, but the whole idea was like these were vibrant colors, and I was just upset when I got them because there seemed to be a lot of white. And with my Onda socks that I knit, those also had a lot of white in them too. And then I have another skein, which is like a purple, pink, yellow, kind of variegated, and that also has a lot of white in it too. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm not sure if that's okay to be upset about, but I bought her yarn again and I haven't noticed the same issue, so maybe it was just an accident. But anyway, for the toe, I used Mountain Meadow wool, which is 100% merino wool. Their Saratoga base in the color Brick. This is leftovers from a Colorwork sweater that I did last year. This yarn does felt very easily, and that's why I put it on the toe. For me, at least, there's not a lot of friction in the toes of my socks. It's mostly here and on the heel and sort of over here on the bottom. So I have all 1,000,001 of my works in progress to show you today, except for my Fortune sweater. That's my project that I'm working on today. So there's nothing really to show other than what I showed last time. So I have my Afro sweater still on the needles. I finished the lace on the sleeve, and I have about 20 more rows, maybe 25 of twisted rib before I do the decreases for the balloon sleeve, and then I will be doing the cinched in rib. And then I'll move on to the collar just to get that done. It's just an I-cord. And then I'll be moving on to the sleeve. The yarn I'm using is Mountain Meadow wool, Saratoga, and the color Grass. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait for this to be done. It is very cropped on me. Just because I was trying to preserve yarn, I didn't know how much I would really need for this sweater, but I have 2 skeins left. One of them is caked up and one isn't. This is how much I have left of the one that I'm working with. So if I really want to, I could go in and lengthen the body, but I probably won't. I kind of want this to I want to wear this in the summer. And I mostly wear high-waisted jeans anyway, so I'll probably just leave the body as it is. This might be the last time that I show this, just because with all the twisted rib, the progress that I make on it is quite slow when it's on small needles. So maybe the next time I'll show it will be when it's finished. But that's been on my needles since October of 2023. So I hope to finish it, if not this month, then next month. I say this a lot. I work on one project a day and they're scheduled. So really I only work on one whip probably twice a month. So, but I get a lot of progress done on them. So whatever. Anyway, my last project from 2023 is the Dad Sweater by Emily Curtis. And here's what it's looking like. I finished the collar and the sleeve, and I'm on another sleeve. So yeah. I was going to finish this the other day, but I have this much left out of more than half the sleeve to do, and it's not going to be enough. So I had to purchase another skein. So the yarn I'm using is Loops and Threads Luxe Merino in the color Raindrops. It's a light purple color. I will have a lot of this left over, so I'm thinking I will make the hipster hat by Petite Knit, or I don't know, but maybe an accessory or something. But yeah, this is the Dad Sweater by Emily Curtis, and I can't wait for it to be done. Okay. What's next? I've gotten a lot of progress done on my Una sweater by Irene Lynn. I joined in the round, I mean, it was in the round before, but I joined, not joined, I split for sleeves. Here's my progress keeper from last time. Right there, and that's how much I got done since then. So yeah, the body's gonna move, well, it's probably gonna go pretty fast because this broken rib kind of feels like stockinette. So yeah, this is really fun to work on. I would like to finish it this month. We'll see if that happens. The yarn I'm using is Highland Luxe by Hikoo in the color Mist. It's just a little 2-ply yarn. It's very pretty. A lot of their colors have a lot of depth in them. This one doesn't really, it's just gray, but oh, it's just such a beautiful yarn. I would highly recommend this yarn. But yeah, that's the Una sweater. Can't wait to finish it. The sleeves will also go by pretty fast too, because they just go to like here. So can't wait to finish this. I'm so excited. Would you guys, okay, I know some people do this and I've been considering it. Should I put in, like with my finished objects, should I put in like the price and how much it cost me in total, like with the yarn and buying the pattern and stuff? I tried, so I don't always buy super expensive yarn. You can still knit very nice things with cheaper, more affordable yarns. So if you guys would be interested in knowing how much I paid in total for a project, let me know and I can add that in my videos. I have my birds of a feather shawl. I'm not sure how much I really got done last time I showed this. Probably not a lot. Nope, not really. Here's my progress keeper. And still doing some garter stitch. So after this mohair section, I'll be doing some more lace. And then I think I'm going to start moving this stitch marker one way. So one section of this will have no stitches on it, and it's an asymmetrical shawl. So it's like skinnier and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it slants that way. I don't know. But I try to find good pictures of it like laid flat or something so that you can kind of tell what the shape is. But all the pictures I see are of people wearing it. So really the shawl just looks like it's this shape, this triangle shape, but not triangle, like, I don't know. It's an asymmetrical shawl. The yarn I'm using is Fuzzy Peach Fibers Soft Sock and her mohair base, which is called Feather. And the color is Gunsind. Very, very beautiful. And I can't wait for this shawl to be done. I have a dark brown mock neck bodysuit that I would really like to wear with this, just because there's a lot of brown sections in here and brown speckles in the yarn. And I think this shawl would just look really good with the yarn and kind of bring out the brown a little bit, because mostly when I look at it, I just see the orange and the light blue. So I think wearing something brown would look really good with that. Okay. I have my waffle loop sweater in this drawstring bag. That's very noisy, so I'm sorry. All right. So I'm in the middle of a row. I'm sorry. What is going on? Okay. I have no clue how to show this. Hold on. Okay, here's my progress keeper from last time. And I'm about to start, well, I have started the cable repeat on the front. I don't know if you really can see that, but I started them. And when I finish that, everything will be joined in the round. Here's what the cables look like. Terry's playing with her little bell toys, I'm sorry. But yeah, I can't wait for this to be done. I'm so excited. The cables are fun to knit, and just all the little details, like this shoulder shaping, it's very nice. The yarn I'm using is Cloudborne Fibers Superwash Merino Worsted Twist in the color Mulberry. I'm really enjoying that yarn. Okay. I have my sheep camp sweater by Jennifer Berg. Oops. I'm working on the body. here's my progress keeper. And that's how much I got done. I think I'm knitting to either 10, nope, not 10. Either 12 or 13 inches measured under the arm. I'm not sure. I was talking in my last podcast that I'm not going to have enough yarn to make the modifications that I want to make. So I did buy a 150 gram hank of the Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock worsted in this Loon Lake color. It's not the same dye lot as the 50 gram skeins that I have. So I'm going to knit the body until I get to the length I want, do the ribbing. If I have any leftover 50 gram skeins, I'm going to do the collar with that yarn, and with the new dye lot, I'm gonna do the sleeves. Just because I feel like it'd be very obvious if there was a color change in the middle of the body and on the collar too, so I wouldn't really mind if it was on the sleeves. But here's a close-up of the color work. I think this is my favorite part out of all of it. But yeah, I can't wait for this to be done. It's a very thick, not really thick, but it will be too warm to wear outside in the summer. I can get away with wearing my woolly sweaters indoors because the AC's on, so I'll still really be wearing it, but I won't wear it outside. Okay. Terry's trying to sneak up on me even though I'm looking right at her. She's probably gonna jump up on the couch soon. I've been working on my Freddie pullover a lot. Here's my progress keeper from the last time I showed it. I got the back done and I'm working on the front. So I had to email the designer because I'm a little confused with the V-neck increases, and after working on it all day, it was kind of getting late at night when I was getting to the V-neck increases, and I just couldn't make what she was saying make sense to me. So I emailed her and asked her if I was supposed to follow the chart, just all the instructions that she said to do. She says to follow the pattern, but do these increases. But there's also a chart to help you with the increases. But she doesn't say to reference that chart, like, at all. She just says it's there. So I'm like, do I follow that? I don't know. So I just emailed her asking if I follow that chart or if I just do the increases the way she wrote them out to be. I don't know. So I'm waiting for her to get back to me on that. But I love this cable. And after that, I'll pick up for this and it'll be joined in the round. And I'm so excited. I can't wait for this to be done. Oh my goodness. So the yarn I'm using is Loops and Threads Luxe Merino in the color Stormy. It's a very, very pretty dark gray. Okay. What's this? I'm still working on my moonset tee. I did finish the short rows though. And I'm in the middle of a row. Here's my progress keeper from last time, and that's how much I got done. I'm just working the stockinette on the back, and soon I will be picking up for the front pieces and doing the neck. And hopefully I'll have it joined in the round by the next time I show it, hopefully. The yarn I'm using is Knotty Pine Fiber, her Bighorn sock, which is it a worsted spun? Yeah, it's a worsted spun merino, and it's an 80/20, and it's in the color Whiskey River. I love this color so much. I can't wait to wear it. Even though this is a merino, I still want to wear this in the summer. Worsted spun yarns tend to be quite drapey and airy, so I hope that kind of works out for summer weather. Yeah. I joined my Cumulus blouse in the round. And here's what it looks like. It's really scrunched on the needles, I'm sorry. I have it joined in the round, and this is how it's turning out. So, this is how much I have left of my second skein, and I only have one more left. So what I'm going to do is finish this skein for the body, and then go do, I don't know how many rounds I wrote in my notes to do for the sleeves. Do the sleeves, do the I-cord around the neck, and then put the rest into the body. So I'm gonna leave the body on hold while I do the sleeves and the collar. So that way I use up every bit of this yarn. So yeah, so this might end up being kind of cropped, but it's fine. The yarn is Mace of Skeins, her Full House base, which is a Surrey silk blend. And this is in the color Jalapeno Margarita, and I love it. I really like the fabric of holding two strands of Surrey. I really like how that knits up. It's very fun. There does seem to be a little bit more green in this skein, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me really at all. But we'll see how that goes. I don't plan on alternating skeins, but if I have to, then I will. But I don't really see a need for it right now. So, yeah. I cast on my test knit for Brianna Mason. Was it December? December, yeah. I test knit her Brora pullover, and she's now testing the Brora pullover light, and that's what I am making. That's what I'm testing for. Can you stop, please? So I cast this on the other day. It kind of just looks like a blob right now. But it's just a circular yoke stockinette sweater. The yarn I'm using is Jody Long Airspun, which is a extra fine merino blown yarn with polyamide, I believe, as the center. This is a color changing yarn. It goes from dark blue to a really light blue and then back. It's very soft. And I'm kind of excited to see how it will excited to see how it will turn out as I knit the sweater. So yeah. Here is a progress keeper that I made. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. But yeah, that's a test knit that I'm doing for Brianna of Woolbird. Okay. So now we're getting into new cast-ons and stuff. So I cast this on in the evening because I finished a project. So there's not a lot to show, but it is my anchor tee by Petite Knit. I'm on the collar right now. But yeah, no, I finished a project and, oh, what project was it? I think it was like my gown cardigan or something. And I cast this on. And then I was really tired and I was like, let's go to bed. The yarn I'm using is Patton's Linen, which is a mostly cotton blend. I think it's like 60%, 60 some percent cotton and the rest is linen. But I like knitting with it. It feels a little dry. I don't know, it feels weird, but I like knitting with it. It's in the color Sweet Potato. I kind of want to use this yarn more. I mean, I haven't ever knit with it before. I don't know like how it wears or anything and how it behaves over time, but I would be interested in seeing how many colors they have in this. So yeah, that's my anchor tee. Okay. And I cast on my champagne cardigan, and I'm in the middle of a row, so I'm very sorry. Oh, it's so pretty. It's this beautiful dark green color. So I got all of this done in like a half day. I'm almost at the point where I'm only increasing for the body. So that'll be fun. The yarn I'm using is Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock Worsted in the color Wild Thyme. I had to buy another skein of this because I didn't have enough to make this, and I would like to lengthen the body of the cardigan. And maybe even add pockets, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited to finish this. And yeah, I kind of cast this on around the same time that I moved to Wyoming. I mean, I moved to Wyoming in May of last year. I mean, it's April now, but like I almost like cast this on at the same time that I cast on my other one from last year. And so I've knit this cardigan. This is now my third time knitting it. When I first started knitting, I knitted a brown one in an acrylic yarn, but I didn't add buttons to it, and I mistakenly kept increasing for the sleeves when I was only supposed to be increasing for the body. So it's huge. I'll put in a picture of me wearing it. If you like scroll through my Instagram, you can find pictures of it. So but I still have it. I just don't know what to do with it. I don't wear it, but I'm just keeping it because there's a lot of memories with me making it. So I think I'll just keep it just to keep it. But yeah, I can't wait to have a version that's made in wool. That'll be so nice. And my last work in progress is a sock project. I always like to have a sock project on the needles, but I am making a pair of socks for my boyfriend for his birthday, which is on May 2nd. And I cast these on yesterday in the afternoon because I finished these socks yesterday and they dried overnight, which was crazy. But yeah, these are what the socks are looking like. I just cast on 64 stitches and did a 2x2 rib. And I'm knitting the leg for 8 inches, and then I'll be doing a slip stitch heel and gusset and knitting the foot to 9.5 inches, and then I'll do the toe. I've knit him a pair of socks before, and they're in the room, actually. And he really likes to wear them. He wears them at the station at night when he's sleeping or whatever. So he says they're really cozy. So I'm making him another pair. And this is Lang Yarns Super Socks Color 4-ply, and this is in the color Aries. It's a self-striping yarn, as you can see. So yeah, he really likes these. He knows he's getting them. So yeah, since his birthday is May 2nd, starting on the 18th, I will be working on this project every other day until they're finished. So that way they'll be done in time for his birthday and stuff. So yeah. And I have another ball of this too, so I'll be able to make myself a matching pair. Those are all my works in progress. I'm going to get reorganized, and I'll talk to you guys about my acquisition. So my boyfriend, he likes to buy me yarn. Sometimes he'll just ask me, hey, do you want yarn? And I'm like, duh. And he'll buy me some yarn. So next podcast, I will have more to show. You guys were really nice on my last video because I was kind of like talking about how I'm very self-conscious about sharing my yarn with other people just because of the stigma that there is around it now. I love how much yarn I have. It's just when I'm broadcasting it to the world, when several people have shared their distaste about acquisitions and podcasts and stuff, I've been like, maybe that's why people don't like to watch my podcast. But anyway, you guys were very nice and I really appreciate it. I'm not going to hide how much yarn, whatever, okay? My boyfriend buys me yarn. He buys me a lot of yarn, okay? So pretty much all of this was free. Anyway, I only have one to show you because my order got split in half and shipped out at different times. But the one that I have to show you today, my camera is like weird. I feel like I've been cut off at like this point the whole time I've been filming. I'm sorry. Anyway, geez. So I thought I was getting the regular Lion brand woolies. However, I was surprised. I was like, I thought I got like the worsted Aran weight. Apparently I did, but this is the recycled version and I didn't know that's what I was getting. But still happy it's recycled. I guess that's good. But yeah, it's the woolies recycled. This is in the color terracotta. So I have 7 of them. And I'm kind of torn between patterns. So I've had the sweater number 26 by My Favorite Things Knitwear in my pattern library for a while. I'm sorry. I've had sweater number 26 for a while and I've been really wanting to make it. So I think that's what that might be. I have enough yarn to make it. But I've been wanting to make another Harlow sweater by Kadri. And I have enough yarn to make that. But I think I'm going to do the sweater number 26. I've been wanting to make it for so long. I really like the construction. And I really like the thin folded over neck. Ugh, I'm so excited. So that is the plan for that. And is that all I have to talk about? I hope this wasn't too redundant. I kind of talked about some of these projects in my vlog that I uploaded last week. So I hope you still found this entertaining to watch. I'm very excited with all my new cast-ons. I can't wait to finish them, and I can't wait to get into my future plans. But next week I will be uploading a video I will be uploading a different kind of video, something I haven't really done before. It'll be about, well, it'll be me just talking about some late spring, summer knitting patterns that are inspiring me. And I will also be announcing a cal that I'm hosting. I've kind of been talking about it on and off, but the start of the cal will be the day that I upload that podcast. So I'll be posting something on Instagram I'll have to look back at some emails, but the thing for the cal is going to be the Fiola sweater by Isabel Kramer, and I'm so excited. I'm hosting this all by myself. There will be an Instagram group chat if you are interested in joining. It's gonna go from the 27th of April until sometime in July. I haven't figured that part out, but I will be making a graphic for Instagram and posting it there, and I'll probably also do like a community post on YouTube. So there will be a discount for the pattern, and there will be prizes. You don't have to finish it at all, but as I said, I'll talk more about it in my next video next week. So yeah, that's really all I have to talk about. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.